Okay, welcome to video two in this series where we're going to discuss life's purpose and some of the implications of that. So let's get right down to the core. Go ahead and do the drum roll and give you the answer, at least my belief as to the answer of life's purpose. And I think ultimately that is to grow. For those of you who know, I wrote an essay on life, Why You Matter. And in that, I surmised that the ultimate purpose of life was to endure. But the more I thought about it, I think that that's just a byproduct of growth instead of growth being a tactic for endurance. So I do think growth ultimately is the core fundamental reason that we do everything that we do. Why plants do what they do, why single celled organisms do what they do, why animals do what they do, why humans do what they do. So I think that it gives, by summarizing it in such a way, it gives an explanation as to why we do what we do. But this is not meant to simplify the extreme nuances and complexities of life. Um, we go through so much every day, and no one has lived your life, and no one can ever feel exactly the way you feel and go through the things that you've gone through. But we can relate on a common purpose. And there it is, to grow. And I think that that yields three very important questions. Number one, what does it mean to grow? Number two, what exactly is doing the growing? And then number three, how? How does that take place? Excuse me, I'm recovering from a cold, so my voice is almost gone, but we're going to make it through this. So, what it means to grow. Uh, some synonyms here: develop, to mature, to expand, to increase, and extend oneself. And by doing so, you survive, endure, persist, and you live. And when you're not growing, you're becoming less, you're shrinking, you're decaying, and you're dying. So, out of all the decisions that we make consciously and subconsciously, um, you can boil a lot of it down to, are we taking the harder, more difficult path where we have to fight and grow? Or are we taking the easier path where we're becoming less and decaying? And I think those are really the two options when you get right down to it, between a lot of choices. And ultimately, we either grow or we die. So, what is doing the growing? All living things. I think that which moves in such a way as to grow is a living thing. I think if you're alive, you're growing or you're dying. Um, but I think to live is to grow. But yeah, so especially you are doing the growing. And who are you? Well, firstly, there's your physical body, and that's your mind, your heart. Um, we get maybe on average 80 years to live on this earth with our physical bodies. And that's a really short time. In the grand scheme of things, that's less than a blink of an eye. I mean, that is really fast. Um, and that really speaks to the importance of doing good while we're here. You're also your children. I believe your children are half your DNA and half someone else's DNA. But they are a derivative of you. Um, and so your physical body maybe last 80 years, but your children, your grandchildren, your great grandchildren, your bloodline can last a very long time. But unfortunately, there's no guarantee that that bloodline is going to last forever. But there is a guarantee that everything that we do, our actions, are going to last forever. And so I kind of see that as the highest level. You know, to take care of yourself, your physical body, to eat healthy, sleep well, to grow, become more intelligent. That's great. It's even greater to do that for your children, to give them the best start in life, to see that they have the resources they need to succeed. But I would say, even beyond that, keeping your actions in line with an eternal framework of the perspective that everything that we do is permanent, um, and matters, and will be here long, long after our bloodline fails. Um, I think that's the highest order of self that needs to do the growing. So, how do we grow? I think essentially we utilize the resources around us. Ourselves, number one. Um, we have got we have got so many resources just in who we are, in our physical body, our brains. That's the first and greatest resource. Other people, like your children will help you grow. Your parents will help you grow. Friends and family. I want to be there to help you grow as a life coach. That's why I'm doing this. Utilize other people other than yourself, as much as we need ourselves. Uh, Gosh, we need other people just as much. We are not alone. Money is a great tool. I can't wait to talk about that in the next video. Machines as well. We're using them right now. I'm talking on a computer into a camera and everything else. So we use these resources to help us grow to the fullest extent possible. And we do it while we still can. We got 80 years to make our impact. We got 80 years to make an impact that is permanent. Um, and I have lived 30 of mine, but every day is a gift. Today could be, excuse me, with this cold, today could be my last day. I don't know, but we've got to make the most of it. So implications of that is that nothing is off limits. So we have the laws of physics, and in reality, that's it. Um, that doesn't mean that just because you can do anything that you want and can physically do, you can do, but so can other people. So we're not alone in this world. You can go into a store and take something off the shelf and just walk out. You're free, technically, to do that. You're a sovereign individual. But there are other sovereign individuals around you who can try to stop you. There are sovereign individuals that sit in a courthouse and will send you to jail. Um, so we're free to grow how we see fit, and others are free to do the same. I think our systems that we have in place are there to kind of help the individual grow as much as he or she can, without letting them trample on other individuals' growth. But we're human, and these systems fail; they're not perfect. So another implication is we need to get perspective that everything we do matters. If it's all about growth, then it all matters. It all plays some part in our growth, um, and we got to keep that in mind. And what about God? Video 5, I want to talk about God. So it's very important when we're talking about the purpose of life that we can't not bring up God. Life, big life outside of ourselves. So, video 5, stick with me. Let's talk about it. So, please, again, a shout out to my website. I'm going to do this on every video just in case you're only watching one of these. RobertWHewitt.com. Just please schedule a session with me. The first one is free. Let's get to know each other. and just see if I can potentially be any type of small part in your growth. So thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you on the next one.